Welcome back to part 4 of the final Smash Ultimate tier list. Surely you've watched every single part in the series thus far, and to get you up to speed in case you haven't, every single character in this game here is ranked from worst to best. I'll denote where the tier list gaps are in videos we split evenly based on the characters. Today we'll finish the high tier characters and move on to the top tiers. Let's get into it. Number 25, Snake. Snake is known for having an amazing set of projectiles that will blow you up as if you were in a Michael Bay movie. He relies heavily on mix-ups to land and recover. He has an amazing anti-air up tilt and a projectile obstacle course that you need to maneuver through regardless of the matchup. He's a very heavy character. It's going to take a lot of damage to finally kill him or get him off the stage in general. Cypher does have an up B hitbox, and it makes it a little more tricky to watch where he's going to be. MVD specifically has made top 8 at recent majors and was even able to win his Smash World Tour qualifying event. The character was a massive threat in Brawl and continues to be so, especially when you have dedicated players that know exactly where to place these bombs, how to use that grenade, which is active in barely any frames at all, to get out of bad situations. Snake is a mastermind of traps, and I can't tell you how many times I've just been hit by a latent C4, which I forgot was there the entire time. So Snake definitely has your character. Number 24, Captain Falcon. Captain Falcon is of course a crowd favorite. He's a very explosive character with dangerous edge guarding and kill confirms. Only issue with Falcon is that he gets comboed pretty hard and he struggles to recover. He doesn't have projectiles, he has his speed on the ground of course, and he has a really strong aerial with knee and down air, and really good range and combo setups with up air, a great jab gentleman of course, and you got representatives like Fatality, you got Sean, you got Nick C. Fatality has made many top 8s and upsets better players often. He's definitely going to be a character that's going to be continually played and improved upon, and I think that he was buffed just enough to make him like you can solo main him and win a national in my eyes. And I think it's only a matter of time before Fatality has his time and just goes in the run of his lifetime in Ultimate. Really happy he's extremely viable, and I hope to see more Falcon players in the future. Thank you all for watching the tier list series videos that we've made. Worked really hard on it. To give back to you guys watching it, I'm giving away a $25 Nintendo eShop gift card for every 100,000 views the entire series gets. Be a lot of winners. All you gotta do is like, comment, and subscribe, and you're entered to win. Good luck, and let's get back to the video. Number 23, Sephiroth. To round out our high tier, we have Sephiroth. Ned definitely performs well locally. There's a lot of players who've also secondaried Sephiroth and used it to success, Tweak being one of them. He's got an amazing range, crazy range, and kill power with the tilts, with the up air, the back air. His wing comeback mechanic, the one wing, is an insanely good comeback mechanic, and it's got a powerful counter too. One of the best counters in the game. If you've got a hard read on your opponent trying to hit you, just use the counter. Sephiroth, of course, does struggle with up-close pressure. Out of shield, he really has the little snap nair that he does, but other than that, you're forced to evade more often. I really like the fact that you can put a curse on someone, and it's hard to time when it's going to go around. And all you can really do is hope for a perfect spot dodge or shield, but when you are shielding that curse, it whittles it down, and all it takes is a well-spaced down smash for Sephiroth for your shield to be disintegrated, or not even that. So definitely see a lot of traps set up with Sephiroth, and I really enjoy how this character is played and the finishes you can do with him. More recently, you see players using his up B off stage as a finishing kamikaze move, and it's so cool to watch. Of course, he is very light, and so light to the point that it's hard to justify him not being in the top tier. To me, he's the line between high and top tier, and I don't really see an issue with putting him in either, but for the sake of what it is and results wise, I'm leaving Sephiroth in the very highest of high tier. Top tier. This is it. The true best characters in the game. And if you're keeping track, that leaves 22 characters left. So many characters have proven to make incredible results and destroy brackets all over the world that everyone here deserves to be seen as some of the best. So this is it. If you know someone who plays these characters, more than likely they're in it to win it, more than fun. Or they just got lucky with the character lottery and picked up the character that became the very best. Here we go. Number 22, Zero Suit Samus. Mars places in multiple top 8s and has a strong record versus MKLeo. However, Mars is also losing faith in this character, and the future of her meta is unclear. But when this character strives, it strives highly, right? I mean, Zero to Samus did win an entire Genesis. Excellent mobility, very hard to catch. Can stun your opponent, can recover pretty well, and you can just do combo setups unlike anyone else. Not much more needs to be said about Zero to Samus. In the meta, it really is Mars and the few others that are really defining where this character is and isn't. I'm really hoping someone can pick up the character and use her for massive success again, because we used to see it like every single, not even top 8, but like top 4, top 3. And the future is unclear, but still, that doesn't negate the fact that she is most certainly a top tier character. Number 21, Shulk. Shulk is often touted for his potential, with tons of unique and difficult tech options. Monado arts are adaptable for many matchups and situations. If you want to jump higher, use jump. You want to be faster, use speed. You want to get early percent, buster, early kill, smash. You want to not get killed by a huge damage output move or knockback move, shield, so on and so forth. You can use these and adapt them in a way that nothing else can. You got a great range across your entire moveset too. You got Kome and Nico perform very, very well, but not much to note at Super Majors for the time being. I'm surprised we haven't seen as much Shulk representation, so I think that's probably the main reason I have him at 21. There's 20 characters that are better. Shulk used to be in my tippity top tier. I think he went down a bit, but in any case, if you're a good sword player, you pick up this character, you put the time into learning the Monados, it's a scary ass character to deal with. Number 20, Lucina. Lucina. What a sortie Lucina is. MKLeo previously won majors using Lucina, and now Proto Bonum, the king of Japan, gets good results with this character. Lucina is known for being extremely simple, fundamental character that applies great pressure with fast, long-range sword attacks. But even though she's simple, given enough time, the nuances, the micro spacing, and knowing exactly where to position her makes her one of the characters that actually will give you a much better long-range potential than you would imagine. She has very strong edge guarding potential across the board, and really, I mean, it's fundies, right? I always say Lucina as, to me, an honest character, right? There's no like crazy busted moves. She just has really good aerials, good tilts, good grabs, good just everything, right? It's an all-around character. It has fair weaknesses that most of the sorties have, but she does it the best. So all the Mars players from previous games probably gravitated towards Lucina, which is a great secondary to have just in case too. Hard to punish, hard to gimp her recovery, and no doubt in my mind someone can solo main her to the massive success that all these other top tiers have had. Number 19, Diddy Kong. My goodness, what is with Diddy Kong? This character cannot avoid the top tier no matter how hard he tries. Any game he's in, he's top tier. Brawl, Smash 4, and of course, Ultimate now. He's extremely technical with many unique tricks and setups. That banana that he uses on the ground, which makes you slip, has great frame data and basically gives you the option of having one of the best neutrals in the game. Constantly a threat. If you're high percent hit by banana, kiss your stock and you're set goodbye. And of course, you have a top player representative within Tweak, who's placed in multiple top 8s and has won majors with Diddy Kong. The stuff that he does, especially with the turnarounds, the pivots, the mid-air sort of peanut gun cancels and monkey flips, just really, really cool. And of course, down tilt, up smash. There's a lot of neat setups you can do with this character that are actually true. And his recovery can be pretty chaotic because you can charge it for a while, land on stage. You can use it as a burst option out of shield just to completely surprise your opponent, and then they die early percents. He's got everything he needs to, overcome whatever matchup, even his bad ones. And I have no doubt in my mind that he is and will be a top tier character with an ultimate. Number 18, Steve. Oh boy, we had to have a character that was going to shake things up, right? I think Steve's placement on the tier list has been contested the most of the DLC, I would imagine, because people can't decide if he's just good or if he's great. And I'm telling you right now, this character is phenomenal. Not just because I'm salty at Wi-Fi tournaments. I'm saying this character is phenomenal, and only a few people in the world. There's a lot of Steve players out there. Tons of Steve players. Too many. I'll say there's too many. But a certain few have really maximized and shown what this character can do. And I'm happy it finally happened with Jake. Jake placed third at Glitch, and he did so in a bizarre way. I mean, the number of players he was able to beat is just wild. The character has 0 to 50 strings from an up tilt. He can use Diamond Sword, which is just one of the most busted mechanics in the entire game. And and they can randomly make upsets at majors. It's like every single major you hear, oh, did you hear blank player lost in pools? To who? Steve. Like, you can think of I use that phrase in your mind, you can think of someone right now, I bet. He's a super gimmicky character, the king of cheese. He's got plenty of effective traps and impressive moves like Minecart, which is one of the best, if not the best projectile in the game. It's wild. He has a great damage output from extended combos. Of course, you have to mine resources to use all that, so there is a bit of a balance to it. But you're going to build a wall, they're just going to mine resources anyway if they run away. He's super easy to learn and play effectively, but very hard to fully master, I would say. But a lot of people have put in the time, and you're seeing results now because of it. There's lots of controversy around the opinions of the actual skill of players getting results with Steve. But in my mind, if you're going to complain about the character or not play them, you can't say much. And that's myself included too. He's great. He's a sick character. He's top tier AF in my eyes and in my heart. And if you lose to Steve, you can say a little bit, just a tiny bit, of them being a little teeny bit carried. Just a little bit. And online, you're fully carried. I don't give a fuck. All right. Number 17, Cloud. So, whenever we're not talking about MKLeo, we're talking about Spargo running the sticks, right? Spargo beats everyone with Cloud. Just everyone. He even opts to use him over Aegis. Cloud had his finishing touch speed buffed in the last patch. His up tilt finishing touch is apparently a thing now, which people have seen as a true combo. We don't see it very often, but we've seen a lot more finishing touch lands, and that's a big deal, because it's like his strongest kill move. It's not necessarily easy to hit, because side B is probably more reliable, but still a good buff. He's a good all-rounder character that rewards fundamental outplaying very well. Of course, his biggest weakness is the exploitable recovery, but if you're managing your resources well and your limit well, you can always have that up B handy. We've seen Spargo actually opt to use that up B as a kill move, up air up B, and it's insanely good. But these predictable options leave some doubt in the future of his character in the meta, so that's where he's going to be. But obvious top tier. Great character all around. Number 16, Min Min. Min Min was nerfed in 13.0.1. Probably thankfully. Her dragon shot range decreased, her nair landing lag increased, and she had a punch shield damage nerf too. However, Dabuz and Proto do very well with the character, landing them in multiple top 8s, Proto winning of course entire tournaments in Japan. She's very hard to approach and recover against her giant long range hitboxes. I mean, there's literally no character in the game quite like Min Min. If you play him for like 1 minute, play her for 1 minute, you're going to understand why. You have to respect the space. Not to mention that she has what I call the meatball. It's the megawatt. I like calling it the meatball because it is a meaty ball that will kill you at low percents, and that thing is a force to be reckoned with. It's probably one of the, in terms of range versus knockback versus speed, one of the most nutty smash attacks in the game. But it can also be used in the air and also used as a nair, and it's hella strong. So she's a threat across the board. Because of her style, she does have some hard counter matchups. Some people would say that Jigglypuff actually beats her pretty hard, along some other characters. But again, proper spacing, patience, any matchup is overcomable, and a solo main Min can easily win majors. Maybe not easily, but definitely win majors. As can every top tier on this list. Number 15, Wario. Wario has had tons of top 8s between early, Tweak, and Gluto. 13.0.1 gave him a new jab lock setup, but it hardly makes up for nerfs in a previous patch. Wario has great air mobility and waft comeback factors. He's very heavy compared to most of the top tiers, but the nerfs were significant. They really were, and I think we've started to see that with the drop in results from players. Specifically Gluto. Of course, Gluto is the best Wario in the world, but he went from, to me, being the absolute king of Europe, just not dropping a tournament almost ever, to now there's people like actually stepping it up and learning how to counter Wario. Of course, the meta's going to evolve over time, but Wario having those nerfs is definitely a big hit to him. That's why I put him here and not higher. He's definitely a top tier character, can be solo mained, win entire national tournaments, insane comeback factors, and the air mobility is awesome. So we're going to see a lot more Wario and a lot more Gluto, especially during this year's Smash World Tour and all the circuits coming up. And it really just boils down to your resilience and how you can deal with nerves when you have to use his mandatory comeback tool, which is Waft. Number 14, Mario. Right above Wario, I will put Mario. We haven't seen as much Mario lately, but the absolute tools that this character has cannot be denied. Dark Wizzy made multiple top 8s pre-COVID, Kurama places well in his region, and had perhaps the most one-sided set win against Leo's Joker to date, with an amazing 3-0 at Frostbite that will forever be remembered. He has insane combos, multiple guaranteed setups from 30 to 40 to death. Again, the big issue with Mario is that he's currently lacking much representation at the top level. However, there's tons of potential there for new players to emerge. He's also very easy to pick up. I think I even have a Pocket Mario. I think most people do. I have no doubt in my mind, especially with offline tournaments having a giant resurgence, we're going to see the rise of Super Mario, and maybe a pretty good movie about him coming out soon too. Or a trash movie, probably. Number 13, Sonic. And now we're getting into the really, like, the cream of the crop here, right? Sonic is the fastest grounded character in the game by far. He's not as common as many other top tiers, making the preparation for the matchup much more difficult, which is kind of meta, but it's true. He is a timeout machine. If he wants to play the long game, hit and run over and over, there's literally no better character there than Sonic, all right? He can jump up really high, he can get away, he has a spring option, panic option, ground speed insane. Sonics and Ken, of course, being an N8 in Japanese rep, perform incredibly well at these majors. Sonics has been one of the gods of online for a long time, but it's really fascinating to see him doing well offline. I believe also winning Level Up Arena. Clearly an amazing character. I mean, a lot of his moves look similar, but he's got homing attacks, he's got offstage edge guards that are insane, he's got sort of ledge traps with spring, he's got a really good back air, an insanely fast forward smash, hard to punish, good forward air, good up air, just anything across the board. It's just a really good toolkit, and mentally damaging too. He's a massive threat. So definitely, obviously top tier. Number 12, Mr. Game & Watch. You can't have a top tier like Mr. Game & Watch. He has the best out of shield option in the game with his up B. It's just nuts. Probably the best juggling in the game, an insane edge guarding potential. You have Meister being the rep, who consistently top 8s nearly everything, and it goes to show what a wall this character can be. You've seen that players might have a start like a distant advantage, but as soon as the Game & Watch gets a lead on you, that lead grows and grows and grows, because you try to catch them, but every time you whiff, you're getting nared, up air, up air, up air. You're taking 50, then 60. Next thing you know, you might get hit by that up smash. He has an up smash that is literally just safe to charge in neutral. Just charge up smash with Game & Watch in neutral, no one's going to come near you. No one's going to challenge it, because the hitbox and speed of it is so wonky, and the cooldown is so low, it's just a great tool in neutral. Recovery great too, of course. The up B parachute drifts you all the way down. You've got platform sort of camping. You can stay on the platform and use the bacon, which hits you a bunch and has just enough hitboxes so you can't really get through it. And then, of course, the key down air when you come back down, a lot of knockback on that, makes you respect him from the air too. So you got to respect him when he's below you, respect when he's above you, respect when he's next to you. You got to respect him everywhere, in my opinion. So obviously a top tier character, and we'll see Meister win a major at some point soon. He has to come over, he has to get over the other Mexican beasts, and I have no doubt we'll see him. Number 11, Peach and Daisy. Peach and Daisy have had tons of top 8s and wins pre-COVID. Mute Ace currently is placing very, very well and showcasing just the most absolute crack combos you've ever seen. Her insane damage output and unique movement options makes her a force to be threatened with or reckoned with, no matter what matchup you are getting yourself into. Combine that with the fact that there's that element of RNG with her turnips, her recovery is really good, her range with her up air and forward air devastating, and the fact is, if you put the time into learning her very tech heavy down tilt string combos, you're gonna be making results in no time. But only a few select players can do it in the world, but a tier list is indicative of what the character can do played at its absolute highest level. So no doubt in my mind, Peach and Daisy are here, but they are not in our final list, the top 10. This is it for the 4th video here in the series. Only one more remains, so make sure you come back tomorrow for the final top 10 characters in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Can't wait to show it to you guys, and I'll see you next time.